ESPN came out with their Football Power Index, which is kind of their way to measure schedule, performance, all the metrics to rank the teams. They have Nebraska right now at number 25 in the current FPI. So that had it's all over the map. Like I was actually surprised to see Washington. They're 27th. So they view teams maybe a little higher than you might think. Iowa, for example, is 39. Wisconsin's 38.
I was 39.
And Wisconsin's ahead of them. Boise State played in the playoff last year. They're 40th. Minnesota's all the way down at 43. Illinois, this is the shocking one to me. Illinois is at 44.
Then you start to you start to wonder a little bit about that formula if you see Illinois at 44. They have 10 returning starters on each side, right?
Yeah. That's probably the most egregious one in my opinion.
Their projection on Nebraska is anywhere from 4.5 to 7.5 wins.
4.5 is a disaster. Here's the deal with Nebraska. We don't emphasize this enough on our show. They have the schedule this year. They really do. I mean, if you look at it right now, Rob, Sean, there's only 2 ranked teams on there, right? 2 legit ranked teams. Penn State obviously is a top 5 team.
I'd put USC in that category.
Oh, would you now? I don't know, Sean. They're not getting much mention. Where are they?
In the FPI,
19.
They're 19.
Oh, good God. That's
Michigan
right
17.
Against what I'm saying. USC and Lindy's, the Lindy's I have, I believe, is 28th. Nebraska's 24th in Lindy's, by the way. Lindy's magazine.
Hey, you saw Southern Cal in the Coliseum last year. They have dudes.
Not bad. What was their record?
7-5.
7-5.
7-6 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they beat A&M. And look, they were kind of like Nebraska. They played a lot of good teams. I mean, they had the lead on Penn State late. Like if
I don't feel passionate about arguing whether USC's a top 25.
No, so they have the material and the coach.
Yeah.
That could get good quick.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you just give me this. They're borderline top 25.
But yeah, then you see like Arkansas's at 22.
How about 13 of the 16 SEC teams are in the top 25 of this FPI?
Sorry, Sean. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Sipple's like,
say that again. How about
13?
Steve Sankey over
16 here. 16 SEC teams are in the FPI top 25.
13 of the.
What do you think, Commissioner?
5
Sankey?
in the top 10.
That's you got to say that's quite a flex. I mean, it is. Wow. So who's number 1?
Texas, Georgia, Alabama, 1, 2, 3.
Top 3.
Well.
But then it goes 3 straight Big Ten teams: Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon.
25. It's good to see Nebraska getting that sort of. I believe that they should get that sort of respect, in part because of the schedule. Though, I mean, let's face it, the schedule is a big part of that. You get 2 top 25 teams, and one of them's not. Michigan's not, and I don't look at Michigan as a overwhelming top 25 team at all. New quarterback.
They're there on potential.
Yeah. And name and brand. So Nebraska's got it set up, and a lot of it's based on Dylan. A lot of it's based on, I think, offensive line. A lot of
just the year 3 history of Matt Rule.
For sure. And I think that's real.
Well, look at
now, the thing we don't talk about, I was reading about Luke Altmaier. I wonder what you'd say about this. They were talking about how Altmaier thrived last year because he's in the second year of Barry Lunny's offense. Should we be more concerned that Dylan's in the first year of Dana Holgerson's offense?
Technically. I mean, year and a half.
Yeah, because Dana was here last year.
He got 4 games last year.
Plus an off season.
And a bye week.
Yeah. So maybe that's.
No, this is what I like, guys, though. Look at this FPI in the Big Ten. 6 of the lowest ranked 6 teams in the FPI. Nebraska plays 5 of them. UCLA is 47th. Michigan State's 59. Maryland 61. Northwestern 74. Purdue 92.
Schedule.
So Rutgers is the one in that group that they don't play, but they play 5 of the 6 lowest ranked FPI teams.
To say it, I mean, this is a column building. You have to take advantage of this with Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
You have Dylan Raiola as your quarterback.
Maybe 2 more years.
Maybe, yeah. You have to take advantage of this. The time goes really fast. When you have a schedule like this and a quarterback like that, you got to make it work. I'm sure that's what the Rails are thinking.
Windows closed quickly, and theirs is open right now.
Right, it's open.
But the scary thing is, as you know, in this league, any of those teams I mentioned can still beat you.
Oh yeah,
100.
And we've lived that and seen that
We've
no doubt about
for
it.
the last 10 years. Like,
That's why these preseason projections just kind of are what they are. Like no one would have anticipated Indiana being what they were a year ago.
No.
So what you perceive
or Illinois.
as an easy game now is meaningless for what that game looks like in October.
That's scary. Indiana's a scary example. You know what else is scary? Is Arizona State was picked last in the Big 12. I mean, they were picked last. So yeah, you're right. Take the projections for what they're worth.
Well, and like the Big 12, and we'll talk about like playoff bids or later in the show, but they don't even have a team in the FPI top 20.
Oh God, the Big 12 doesn't.
Kansas State is the best at 21. Arizona State's at 24.
It's because the SEC's taking up all the spots.
So that's why
There's
it
so many
is.
spots.
That's why it's curious why Brett Yormark is so on board with the 511 model, because in this snapshot, they're a one bid league.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, that's
The
this
ACC,
is just one snapshot, though.
the ACC would be a two bid league with Miami and Clemson.
Okay.
So it is just really curious when you kind of break it down. Like Notre Dame is 7th, they'd be in. So yeah, then you're looking at the two at larges, and that 4-4-2-2-1 model. Notre Dame would get one at large, and then probably two SEC teams would garner the other two at larges. So the SEC would get 6. And so I don't know what's wrong with that. And we're going to talk more
about that
in the show. But yeah, the Big Ten, Nebraska finds themselves at least in a good pole position.
Yeah.
Now, can they finish?
Yep.
Good starting point. They've had good starting points in the past and didn't do anything with them. So
You got the big horse at quarterback. You got to make
that's
that
the
work.
X factor.